Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with Islip. I am Islip, and today we are going to be reviewing the Metal Beast-01 Winged Dragon from Jiang. I don't know how to say their name. Xing, I think it is. I'll probably put it up somewhere. But here is the box. It is a gigantic box. It's a nice foil covering. And normally I would take these and cut these boxes up and hang them on my wall, but I'm gonna keep this in case I have to, well, not in case, when I have to move again, I'm going to have that. Yeah, here we go. That's the name right there. Nope, that's made in China. Jiang. I think that's how you say it. Xing, yeah, Xing. Okay, so here he is in his various modes. It's hard to see because it's a foil box, and if I turn on my light behind me, it's going to glare. I'll show you. Yeah, it glares pretty bad. There's a bunch of different things for you to scan and code and blah blah blah. Says what's on the box is a prototype and not the regular whatchamacallit, but honestly, it looks to be about the same thing, to be honest with you. So we got dragon mode, we got robot mode, then we've got what they call tank mode, but you can't see because it's not there. But this thing is an amazing transmetal dragon Megatron, and in the box you get the figure, of course. Show you what you get real quick. This box is fairly huge. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty damn big. You get your instruction booklet, which it helped a bit, but I still had to go online to look up some stuff. You also get your little card, and it's actually pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that. It's lenticular. It's a lenticular hologram. So it's like dragon mode, and then when you do like this, there's robot mode, dragon, robot mode. Is there the third mode? The third mode isn't on here. There's your specs. Everything is all the way up to the top. I don't know what class means. Most of this stuff makes sense except for class. We'll just put that away because I don't really need it. I'm going to keep it, but I don't really need it. Then inside, you get your figure, which I already took out, but you get them with all these plastic covers on to, I guess, to keep paint chipping down and stuff. I'll be honest with you, I have had no issues with paint chipping on my figure. I mean, aside from the parts that were that are naturally covered up by pieces, they're like the pieces that are exposed normally in any mode. I haven't seen any paint chipping. I guess I've gotten lucky. You get your faces. We'll get those out of the thing, and you get 2 breath attack effects. If I can get them out, they're made of this plastic that is kind of tacky feeling, like it's sticky. I don't much care for the way it feels. They also come apart, by the way. So I don't know why they come apart, if I'm honest with you, but they come apart and they tab into the dragon's mouth. If I can get this, can I get you on, please? They only go on one way, so finding the way, there it is. Finding the way can be a little tricky. Maybe I'm wrong. Looking at the shape, and that's the only way it can go on. So go the hell on. Ugh. Okay, we'll just put that to the side for now. Let's get these out of the way. We'll go ahead and look at the faces when we get to the robot mode, because we're starting out in dragon mode. The reason we're starting out in dragon mode is because honestly, that's how I keep them for the most part. It's hard to get him on my MP shelf because he's just too damn tall. With the Dragon mode, at least I can lean him over and it looks fine, and he barely fits in there. But in robot mode, I have to squat him down and do this and do that to barely get him to fit in, and he just takes up too much space. So let's go ahead and I'm going to bring in the Dragon mode. He is massive. I've got his wings splayed because this is the only time I'm going to get to do it. And of course his wing is stuck on something. Okay, here we go. And I may have to move the camera back some so that we can get the full effect. And I'm gonna have to move the camera back some because he is humongous. He is a gigantic beast. You know what, I'm gonna have to do this off the side of the camera for now because he's just giganticus. Humanus giganticus. Go ahead and turn the light on now. There we go. He is very he's very shiny, but he's not. He's shiny, but not reflective. Like, you're not gonna see me through his parts. Not clearly, anyway. But it's just really nice. It's very, very premium. He is awesome. Hold on a second. I don't know why this piece is not staying closed, but he's got a lot of movement. He's got, like, I'm gonna say a ball jointed neck. His mouth opens. Can you see? Yes, you can see that far. Closes, of course. His eyes are not painted. I think they're meant to light up. Well, they're a color, but I think they're meant to light up with the rest of his. When you turn his fire gimmick on. I don't have the batteries. My Walmart does not carry the batteries. They are ridiculously ridiculous. Why not go with some kind of regular kind of battery that's available everywhere? But his wings, they are on a hinge joint, so they can do a flapping motion. They also can go up that far and about down that far, and then these pieces here are all articulate. So we'll go ahead and close them down for now because they are awesome, but they are in the way sometimes. And these claw bits can move. There's one at a knuckle here, and then another one right here. And yes, you have a lot of articulation with this guy. So now we've gone over. Well, we've only gone over the neck, and we've gone over the wings, which also, for whatever reason, articulate out this way. So there's that. I don't know why, but you can do that. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get his wings. Woo! Okay. And he's got pretty powerful ball joints. Don't let what I just did fool you. That's because I had him in a pose that was probably not the best. Okay, so his arms, squeaky, rotate at their little shoulders here, bend all the way up like this. At the hand, there is should I zoom in? Maybe I should zoom in. Turn this around so I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, his hands can rotate at the wrist. His claws can go up and down, and you can splay them out a little bit as well. And you can't see what I just did there, but they do have a little bit of side-to-side movement. So if you want to, you can splay them out a little. His little claws here don't articulate; they're just static. He has a rotation at the lower bicep / elbow area. His legs do a 360. They've got a hinge right here. This is a transformation hinge. So in Beast mode, it's like this, and in robot mode, you would straighten it out like this, and then collapse it down, and that would be that. You have a knee, which is pretty good range. His feet wiggle, waggle a bit, and they go side to side. His toes do splay out a lot. They bend here, and they bend there. Actually, they bend in two places on the back. So you can, if you, let's say you had him in a flying pose and you wanted to, you can use his toes as talons like a bird would. Okay, this piece always comes unpegged. This is where the head is for the robot mode. You can see, gets pegged in right here. And then we have, hold on, let's put his legs. Now I know with some reviewers, their little metal claw sheaths have come off. Mine haven't yet, so yay. I'm glad. It's one thing I don't have to worry about. Let's get him. We're gonna just, he's tired. He is a heavy beast. So let me get his tail back together properly so that I can show you the tail articulation the way it's supposed to be. So give me a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So normally the tail is like that. It's plugged in. You get a lot of joints to bend. This part here, these parts move in, and this part here also moves in, so he can kind of grasp and, I guess, sting. I don't know. But there's also, since they're ball joints, they do rotate a lot. So yes, you got lots of options for your posing pleasure. And since we are ouch here, this is really heavy. I've seen other reviewers do this, and like, my back is killing me. I know their back must be killing them from doing this. He has what's called in the instructions a tank mode. Hopefully I can remember how to do it. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let's do a size comparison. Here he is, just standing here with his legs not fully extended, just standing here, minding his own business, when along comes MP10. Here's MP10 standing next to him. And I can't see what I'm doing. There's MP10 standing next to him in the dragon mode. I wonder, does this help any? I mean, I don't know if that helped any or not. But yes, there's MP10. So here is Siege, Voyager, Optimus Prime. Since we just did the review, here is the leader power of the Prime's blaster. And I'm not going to get down any of my Titans, but he is definitely, Titan sized. If I stood him up and erected him properly. Here he is with the Jiang Mega Master. Rest in peace, Jiang. So I mean, that's their oversized what do you call it? Megatron. So like, this should give you an idea of how big this guy is. And when you get him in robot mode, he's a little shorter than this, but he's still pretty damn massive looking. So let's go ahead and get all these screwballs out of here. Okay, and you... Sorry, I keep putting my pelvis in the shot. Hope none of y'all are offended. Well, I mean, you're watching my stuff, and if you've been watching my stuff for years, I doubt you'd be offended by anything I say at this point. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's see what he looks like with his weapons effects in. So go. Close you. Open his mouth. This just plugs in like a 5mm port. And there you go. We have Dragon Breathing Fire. It looks okay. It looks okay. It's going to look a lot better with lights. But I don't got the batteries. So we're not going to worry about that right now. Get rid of that. And we're going to go into... Whoops. Sorry. I got my supporting cast to the side. We're going to go into tank mode, if I can remember how to do it. So, we're going to... I think this goes back down. Nope. Yeah, we're going to fold up the arms like so, just to get them out the way. Okay, the legs, we're going to just put his toes together for now. I've only done this once. And then this, we're going to lie it down because I am tired. Give me a second, I got to boost up my camera. We're doing this on a table, a folding table on my bed, in case you were wondering, and stuff. When you have as little space as I do, you make do with what you got, you know? Alrighty. Let's make this down. There we go. Alright, so there we have Lord Megatron, or Winged Dragon, excuse me. And his butt face keeps getting unplugged. That's annoying me. That's the only issue I've had with the Dragon mode, aside from it being gigantic, is that the butt part keeps coming untabbed. Like, it's everything is pretty solid except for that butt part. It seems to, and it's just on mine because I've seen other reviewers and they haven't had this issue. It's just me because, you know, I'm special. Alright, so we're going to take this. You see this here? These are the wheels for the tank mode. So these have to come, you have to, it's very difficult the way you got to do this. For me, it's difficult. I don't know why it doesn't seem that difficult for other YouTubers, but there we go. That was actually a lot less difficult than I thought it was going to be. So you bend the leg like so. We're going to come over here. This comes out. Well, actually, you have to bring the foot out. Oh, what was that? Did anybody else see that? So you have to swing, the foot swings out from down here. It swings out up that way. So you can do this. Pull out his other wheel. Okay. His feet knuckles all go up like that. So you have one leg that looks like this. This is going to end up coming out. We're not going to put it out for now because I have to do the other side. So, and these pieces here, while on the other side, this piece comes out. And if you hear any buzzing noises, it's somebody is trimming the lawn outside my room today. Not any other day, but today. But well, it's fine. It's fine. So again, this piece moves, and you want to get, ouch, nope, get that wrong. I don't know why this is so difficult for me. Everybody else seems to do it like in one take, real easy. I think that's cleared it. Sorry about that. Again, this piece, you're going to make it come up so it's out of the way. And I guess you could just always leave it that way. I don't think there's really a reason for you not to have that extended, because it gives you even more foot articulation. If I can get this piece out. There we go. Okay, and then knuckles down, toe up. Okay. Rotate that, and the arm locates down into here, and then the hands go over the feet knuckles like that. So it'll look like that. And that's really how the instructions say to do it. So let's go ahead and alright, that's hard to do this on camera. And then you just straighten this out like so. We're gonna get that straightened out. The tail gets straightened. Straighten tail. Straighten and stay and plugged in. Head gets straightened, and then plug back in. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. Now I have to lower the camera. Okay. Lowering the camera. There we go. Alrighty. And that there, I think I have to move the camera back some. Ah, shoot. Okay. And that is tank mode. Crap, I forgot one piece. This. Rotate these. There you go. Now we have the tank mode. And I mean, it's kind of dumb. The only reason I can see him getting in this mode is, well, I guess if he has to travel across land, if flying is not an option, he has to travel across land pretty fast and stay low to the ground. I guess that would work. Or if there was a tunnel that he couldn't fit in any other way. This is about, while it's the longest he is, this is probably about the most compact you can get him as far as width. So maybe, I don't know. I saw the cartoons and I don't remember these with Dragon Megatron very well, if I'm honest with you. So I'm pretty sure he used that mode at least once, but I don't know. I mean, the Tyrannosaurus roller skating made more sense, because at least he could fly with that mode. This one he can fly. This one he can walk. He can turn into the dragon. He can turn into the robot. So unless he needs to squeeze into a really tight space, I can't really see why this mode would be beneficial for any reason. So I'm gonna bring the camera in closer. I'm not going to get up for a bit. So we're just gonna do this zoomed in. Okay, let's bring this on down. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to just lift these bits up for now, just so we get them out of the way. Take his arms and dragging the arms and get them out of the way for now. This one you can go ahead and fold his hand down on itself so it looks like that, and then leave that out the way. This one, I guess you can do the same thing. Fold his hand down. Hopefully my battery will last. So fold it down on itself like that and leave it like that for now. We're going to go ahead and deal with, well, this part right here. This is the robot head So let's go ahead and open these up. You're supposed to open those up so you can pull this out and pop these out over here, and then that'll let you do this, so you can move that a little bit. These little, there we go. These pieces here, they just fold in like that, so that they're facing that way, and then they go in like this. And that's that. And these pieces here are supposed to, you know what, we'll wait on these pieces for now. No, what you'll do is you'll take these pieces and they go up, just put them as far forward as possible for the moment. You can adjust them later. That's going to form like the sides of his head. It's too bad that this doesn't come apart and attach like the dragon head does. It comes apart at the neck, so you can attach it to the arm in a different configuration if you want to have him having two arms. So we'll take this, we'll just rotate that down, we'll take the leg and we will straighten it out and get that back into its position. This goes in like this, and then rock this back in. I'm only doing it because that's the way the transformation says. I think from now on I'll probably just leave it out if I have them displayed out. Let's straighten these all out and do the same thing on the other side. Straighten the leg out. There we go. Straighten the leg out. Feet. Straighten. Feet. Rock the foot back down. The ankle part, whatever that is, down. After you close the wheel, of course. Sorry. And then rock this down, and he can open his feet again. So that's that done. We're gonna come over here and move his wings out of the way for now, for the moment, because we have to get these two pieces right here. They plug into the back of the dragon's neck to help secure it. So we gotta unsecure it. There we go. Unsecure it. And this piece here we can pull up. We should probably pull this up first and then unsecure it. And then we'll rotate the legs down just to get them out of the way. Okay, and this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna push these inside here like so. And then we are going to go ahead and take this piece here. Actually, let's stand them up for now. I'm going to stand them up for now. Whew. Okay. All right. We're going to separate these pieces like so. And you can pull out his arm. We'll just pull out his arm for now, and then we'll take this. This goes in like which way does it go? Down? I think it goes down. Or is it like this? Trying to remember offhand without looking at the instructions. Yeah, like that? No, that gives them. Hold on a second. We're gonna look at the instructions real quick because I forgot. Okay. So this should be like that according to the instructions, yes? That should be like that. So that is correct. And then this piece. Okay, there we go. All right. So, sorry. So you want the dragon arm to look like this when you fold it in. All Alright, we're going to turn him around to the back, because we didn't finish back here. Okay, so this here slides up and rotates around. Sorry for hitting the camera. Rotates around. And then you rotate this bit here. And you bring it over these two little horns here. Hopefully you can see it. I'm having a hard time focusing because I have old people eyes. I'll just bring these flaps up and we'll see about getting that over. Woo! Sorry. So push that down before you close the back joint up. Oh, actually before you do that, we have to pop his stomach jewel out. So you just push on the inside of the jewel and then that his spark crystal, whatever, and then that comes out. Okay, get all this situated properly and then you can close the back up and that should secure the headpiece where it's supposed to be. Now the other dragon claw here, this just, oh, close this up, close his butt back up, and then this just swings out and doesn't pop out. It does not pop out. Sometimes that happens. Ouch! Gotta be careful because some of these pieces are metal. There we go. Okay, this goes like that. There we go. So it goes like this, just like this, where, and it just gets covered by this here. This is just gonna hang out down there. Okay, so now we turn Megatron around and we'll get everything situated in a second. So let's get his legs situated. Bring these down, and there's a step I did forget. Oh, bring this down, bring this down. His legs are now done. We're gonna look up here, and now these flaps are supposed to rotate around. In order to do that, what you gotta do is bend Megatron. He's got a pretty impressive ab crunch. And then rotate these around so that they are facing down. Hopefully you saw that. And then fix Megatron. There we go. Or Winged Dragon, whatever you want to call him. I'm going to call him Megatron because that's who he is. I wonder what his name was before he was Megatron, though. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come up to here and we're going to fix all of this here. So this dragon arm gets swung down like so, and then like that. Okay, and then you bring this flap down, turn the flap around, turn the flap around like so, and then you've got one arm done. Come over to this side. This side's already almost done, so we're going to do the exact same thing we did with the dragon arm. Get this joint collapsed inside his body, rotate his arm, and then we're going to open this piece here and get out his hand. Come on, there we go. Get out his hand and then try to get this piece closed up. There we go. Okay, his hand is out. His fingers are really sharp. I'm going to warn you, there is a lot of sharp pieces on this guy. Let's get his dragon wings down. These pieces come over like so. And you can see his head already, so we're gonna fix that now because this comes down like this, and these come down to the sides of his head. And let's go ahead and there. And that is your Winged Dragon in robot mode, and he is big again. He has a nice face. Let's move his wings so that they're out a little bit, so they're not touching the ground. This way I can slide them back and forth without issues. Okay. And we can already see his face. Maybe we don't need that. It's definitely, just turn my light back on. Definitely a very Megatron-y face. Let's lift this up so we're equal to his face. There we go. And it's really, really nicely detailed. So we got that face. He comes with a bunch of other faces. Let's move you over real quick. He comes with angry growly face. He comes with I'm not impressed face. He comes with yes face. If I can get this thing too. There we go. Let's zoom back out again. And then he's got the snarly, not very happy with how things are going look. And now the faces look derpy if you don't have the helmet on. So let's go ahead and we're gonna move this part of the helmet, and his Megatron head underneath is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I wish there was a way to take this part off if you wanted to display him, and take the wings off. If you wanted to just display him without all the extra headdress dressing. And anyway, you have to pull these pieces. It's never easy with these guys, you know. Separate the front of his face, the front of his head from the back of his head, or the helmet, I should say. And there you see what we're working with. So you just, I don't know who's messing with the electricity. They need to stop it. So, and you got to pull this out, which again, very tight fit. Holy monkeys! Come on. And I don't have nails. There we go. Got my nail under one. Guess I do have a little bit of a nail. If I can get my nail under this one here. Come on. There we go. Almost. Almost. Yes! And then we can go with one of his other faces. What did we have? We had the smiley grimace. No, I don't want you. We'll go with in the middle of talking and saying yes, Megatron. Okay. We should put the helmet back on so he doesn't look so derpy. There we go. There we go. So there we have that. It's pretty nice. It is really a really nice figure. He does have a ball jointed head, which unfortunately is limited due to all this stuff here. So you can get him to like look sideways and stuff, but you have to rest his head like on the horns that are on the back of his head and stuff. I mean, if these could just move, that would be great, but they are forever in the way. So you have that. Of course, the wings still move the way they did. He's got 360 ratcheted at the shoulder, in and out, and then also you've got that extra joint, so if you really need to use it for whatever reason, you've got it. He's got an elbow, which is not the best looking elbow, I'll be honest with you. Let's zoom back out. It's not the best looking elbow, but it's there. And then if you really need, for whatever reason, to break his arm, you can break his arm. His wrists rotate a 360. His fingers, ouch, are really sharp and pointy, and they are articulate in pretty much the same manner as a regular hand would be. You've got a ball joint here at the thumb, and then you've got at the ball joint you have an up and down, and then you have an up and down at the other digit, mimicking the motion of a hand. His fingers are individually articulate, and I think they splay out as well. Let's see. They splay out a little bit as well, and they are articulate at the knuckle here, at the first knuckle on the finger, and the second knuckle as well. They are really stiff. I'm not gonna lie to you, they are really stiff, so trying to get him to do stuff can be a little painful, especially because, again, really, really, really sharp. He's got, he has a waist rotation. If you don't screw up like I just did, he does have a waist rotation. Give me a second. Are you serious? Ugh. This has got to be the worst review of this figure anybody has ever done. At least that's something I can claim. Okay, here we go. So he does have a waist rotation. Again, I showed you before, but he does have that ab crunch. If you go too far, it pushes his crotch piece forward, and I don't know how well connected it is, so I'd be very careful with that so you don't break him. But you've got that. You've got ratcheted at the hips up to there. Only back to there because of his butt flap, but I guess you can move the butt flap out of the way and then you can get it all the way back, all the way out for Van Damme splits. You do have that, so if for some reason you need to break his leg, you can break his leg, or in my case, you're trying to get him to go stand on a shelf, I had to use this joint. He has a knee joint there, and then he has even more. He has a double jointed knee due to the transformation for that other mode. His leg actually goes out that far forward if you need to, again, break his leg. You know, why not? You know the rest. Ouch. His feet rock a little bit backwards and then go side to side. You'd be able to get more articulation if you use that. If you extended that joint at the bottom, then you can move his foot all the way forward if that's what you want to do. His toes, again, same as the dragons, articulate like so, bend here, and there. So you've got all of that. And then these pieces here move for various transformation modes. Okay. Now, one of these pieces here, whoops, he's starting to go back. He's starting to go back because I don't have him on there properly. I think is it this piece that comes, one of these pieces, when I transformed them, came out, and then you can see, now if you look there, I took the knee piece off. You can see where there's some paint rub, but that's under a piece that you can't see. So that's not a problem, because he's fairly posable. I mean, he's heavy. Don't get me wrong. He's got a lot of die-cast inside, and like his arms and legs have die-cast all over him. Get him in an A stance. That might help his stability some. Let's see. Go ahead and turn his head sideways. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so let's get some size comparisons in. I had to stand up again. So here we got Titans Returns Leader Blaster combo. Sorry. We have MP10. That's literally right next to him. It looks like I pushed him farther back, but it's not. It's literally right next to Winged Dragon or Megatron, whatever. Here is Siege Optimus Prime, and let's go ahead and move Optimus a little forward. And there he is next to Wei Zhang's Mega Master. He's actually at the actual heads of the robots. They're almost the same height. They really are. I mean, and that's a big guy. That's like, I'm showing you. He is that. Oh, where's Jetfire? Come here, Jetfire. I got a point to prove. Here is Commander Class Jetfire, and he's actually slightly taller than, about the same height as Commander Class Jetfire. I mean, he's big. He is actually too big to be an MP Megatron. He should be a little bit shorter than Optimus Prime if we're going by actual scale charts, or at least the same height as the MP10 Optimus Prime. But I don't care because he is magnificent. He is awesome. He is amazing. And yes, I'm blocking the light. He is worth the money that I paid for him. Again, I know people have been having issues with the paint chipping, but I haven't had this guy for about 3 weeks now, maybe a month. I forget how long I've had him, and I keep meaning to do a review on him, but busy with work and stuff. So that's that. This is, we're gonna bring him closer because why not? This is the, I forgot how to say it again. Jiang, yeah. Metal Dragon, no, Winged Dragon. Wait, where's the box again? There it is. Winged Dragon, yes, they're Metal Beast Winged Dragon, aka Megatron. What? I almost forgot some things. There's two things I forgot to mention. One thing is that he has these weird, ouch, slots in his hands, which, again, it's something I don't know what it's for. It's like it's supposed to be there to hold a weapon or something, but he didn't come with a weapon, so I don't know what that is for. That's the first thing. The second thing I forgot to show you is that he does have a second hand. So before we go, because we're about to wrap up, before we go, thankfully we have more time. What you want to do is, this piece comes off, open this up and push on the piece that's under it so you can get some clearance to slide this piece off, the dragon piece off. You see this piece here, it just slots into this little spot right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom in. So it normally slots in there. What you're going to do is open this up and bring this massive hand out. Come on. There we go. Close this back up. Close this part here back on the forearm. And there you have a second hand. And let me zoom back out again. So you can see it's actually pretty massive. It's pretty massive. Normally I'm not for... Woo! I'm not for, what do you call it? Asymmetry. I don't generally like it, but it works on this guy, and this massive hand works pretty well. It's like, that's his, don't tell anybody I said this, but that's his fapping arm. Too much thinking about Black Arachnia. There we go. But it has the same articulation as the other hand, minus the bit that slides down and makes the arm full go the other way. There's a rotation at the upper bicep instead of at the bottom of the bicep like the other arm. The wrist rotates. It does, his hand does actually almost do a high five. And his fingers have the same articulation as the other one. He's got a ball joint that swings out. Actually, he's got an extra joint on his thumb than the other one does. So he's got the joint that bends down like this. He's got another bending joint here, and just right above it, he's got a third one. His fingers are on ball pegs, so they splay out a little bit. See, they splay out just a little bit, but that's still enough to give emotion. And they're kind of thick, so I don't feel like they are going to break. And I see a little paint chipping on the ball inside, but I wouldn't normally notice that. And again, he has the same articulation as he did on the other arm. So let's zoom in so you can see he bends at the knuckle, then at the first finger knuckle, and then the second finger knuckle. So you've got that, and then what you can do is zoom the camera back out and then turn this piece around. Turn the piece around. Flip this piece up, and then you're gonna take the dragon head and use that slot that you slotted into the what was the wrist of the robot. It's going to slot into here, and now you've got sort of a dragon arm fusion cannon like the G1 Megatron, only on the wrong arm. And I mean, hey, that's cool and all. Don't like the dragon sticking off of it, to be honest with you, if I can get the dragon off. But I do like the extra hand. I do appreciate the extra arm, even though it is incredibly bulky. Like, holy crap, like he stole that arm from the Hulk. Or Hulkbuster, the Hulkbuster armor compared to the rest of him. So yeah, so there's that. And again, he is really nice and awesome, and I like him a lot. He's not 100% perfect, but he is very close. There's some hindrances with the head that I'm not too fond of. That's really about it. The transformation is a little involved. Let's say involved, but he is not. It's not the worst transformation ever, to be honest with you. It is not. It's got some points which weren't the most fun to deal with, but he did have, it was definitely better than, let's say, Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. Anybody remember that figure? Taking like 20 minutes to, it took me, the first time it took me 20 minutes to transform that figure. And then, I mean, back then, I was young and stupid. And I was like, nah, I want my Transformers to be extra crazy with the transformation and stuff. And now, I'm older. I don't have the same amount of time as I used to, or patience. So, I actually don't mind him not having the same level. Oh, love, look at that. Look. That spread is amazing. That spread also is pretty damn large. which is why I don't have any place to put them, because I can put them at my top shelf, but there's no space up there. How am I going to get Scorponok up there when I get him? How? So, that said, thank you for joining me for another video. I love this figure. He is heavy, he's a workout, but he's not a chore. I'm Icelip. Thanks for watching. Ciao. I think ciao. Did I forget anything? No. Ciao.